Hey, David Cobb here with FrontPorchFamily.com, and I'm sitting here with my friend and home builder here in Carlton Landing, Daryl Nieto. And your company is, tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Daryl Nieto. Our company is Anchorage, Lakeside Homes. And what we have is something kind of unique. We have a partnership between myself and another builder who's Austin Tennell, and he represents building culture. We are collaborating on the Bend in Carlton Landing, which is a collection of masonry homes and stick frame homes. So that's kind of in a nutshell.
Good. And Austin, we're going to do an interview with him too later on today, but we'll post them separately. So look for that one down the road, and he'll get to talk about Daryl, and Daryl will talk about him. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what they say about each other. So, little known fact that you are the nephew of the president of Mexico, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Are you really?
No, not at
Oh,
all.
okay. The same last name.
Still Senor Nieto when you see me in the
Senor
streets.
Nieto, that's funny. Tell us how you got started in home building.
Home building, I started as a punch guy in Edmond, Oklahoma for a group of builders, and when I was about
What does that
19,
mean, punch
20
guy?
years old, did punch list. So after
gotcha.
a builder does a walkthrough with their client, they get a punch list, and I was responsible for taking care of that punch list.
Cool.
So did that for a couple of builders for a couple of years, then became a superintendent for a home builder, did that for a few years, had my real estate license, so listed everything we built. And then the market crashed, and I went back to school, general studies degree, and then had a minor in real estate from UCO. That's where I first heard about new urbanism, heard about sustainability and building. So once I heard about Carlton Landing, I mean, I had to figure out how to get out here. So had an interview with Traditional Craft Homes, and worked with Mike Kearney and his team for 3 years. And there was an opportunity that came up to develop and build out a neighborhood in Wagner, Oklahoma, which created the separation from Traditional Craft Homes.
Mm-hmm.
And we love this place so much that we're going to live here and stay here, and actually build a couple houses a year here. So
Cool. Awesome. What is your vision for building in Carlton Landing, and why?
So Anchorage Lakeside Homes embodies a feeling that sailors would have after being at sea for a long time. They'd come in and they'd see the anchorage where they'd drop anchor and hang out, go into the local town. But it was a resting place, a place to kind of recharge the batteries, repair, mend the vessel, if you will, and a place that was comforting. And so that's what Carlton Landing is, I feel like, to people that are second homeowners out here. It's a place to come out and rest, and basically we want that house to be their anchor, and to be the place where they can find peace and rest. And
I mean, even the people that live here full time, this is kind of a restful place to live and work and play, and that applies to part timers and the full timers as well. Yeah, good. What differentiates your houses from others in Carlton Landing? Give me some specifics. You can even use some values that you have in your business and things like that.
Well, one thing that we're going to be doing that's a little bit different, it is a collaboration with Austin and I. Austin's just went through the apprenticeship with Clay Chapman, so we get to blend some structural masonry with some stick frame, and figure out how to make something that's sustainable, something that's going to appeal to the generation coming up. I mean, baby boomers are the largest generation right now, but the millennials coming up are already surpassing that population. Right. So we've got to tap into that and figure out what is important to the people that are coming up and what type of product they want to build. So this is a great place to test that product and figure out all the details and how to scale it and how to make it affordable and all those good things. So
yeah, good. What do you like? What is your favorite thing about new urbanism? The principles of new urbanism, and since you moved here from the city, you've seen both sides of living a city life versus living a new urbanist country life.
Yeah. Well, I think one of the immediate things is the lack of traffic, vehicle traffic,
wonderful.
Which is really cool, because if you think about living in the city and your commute from your house to work, you're probably going to end up maybe one day out of the week pumping into somebody with a little bit of road rage.
Sure.
You might. It's a bad way to start off your day. Well, in Carlton Landing,
it'll be a kid on a bike. What are you doing?
Exactly. Well, and here, I mean, we office in Carlton Landing, so we get to walk or drive or golf cart from home
It's awesome.
to the office. And instead of road rage, you might pass a neighbor and have a conversation.
That's exactly
and,
right.
You know, it's a really encouraging way to start the day when you have a meaningful conversation
Yep.
with a neighbor and a friend. And so those elements are instilled into what we do every day. I mean, even when we're going to check on a job site,
Yeah.
you know, we're seeing friends and family, and
Yep.
it's a really unique thing. And I don't know how we could go back to the city.
I know.
Frankly,
It's one of those things I've referenced it a couple times on the blog, is that community happens here. You'll be standing out in front of your house just kind of watching your kids play or doing whatever, and next thing you know, I mean, you've got 10 people around you just having a conversation, and that turns into dinner, and that turns into playing Catan, and that just, I mean, it snowballs and snowballs. And some of the best relationships you start in your life. I didn't know you from Adam when I moved out here, and but some of the best relationships that you have in your life come from living in a place like this, because we're doing church together, we're doing work together, we're doing all kinds of stuff together. I mean, we're building a city, building a town. It's fantastic. Gives me chills to think about it. I love it.
Yes.
So, is there anything else you want us to know about you and your business, your family? Talk a bit about your family.
yeah. So we've got a 13-month-old boy, and it's a whole new thing for me. I mean, my wife and I, it's the first one, so feel very lucky to be able to raise him in a place like this, where you know, I had to go to summer camps to walk trails and
Yep.
you know, get out on the water and stuff like that, and for that to be so accessible and to be a real core part of his life growing up is a really special thing. So we're really looking forward to that and raising him here and continuing our growth in the family.
Cool. We'll go back to business a little bit. What's happening for you in 2018 in Carlton Landing?
2018, we are bringing the Bend to Carlton Landing. That's a collection of 6 homes. So we'll do at least 6, and we'll also have the first spec lakefront house. We hope to get that off the ground in early next year.
Cool.
So,
Then what's after the Bend? Any plans?
no, we've got to figure that out. You know?
Okay.
Once we get things rolling, we get all the houses out of the ground, and we'll start figuring out what the next little development is. So.
Do you custom work?
We do.
Okay.
We will be prepared to do custom work probably middle of next year.
Okay.
So we get a good foundation underneath us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And how do we find you?
You can go to lakehomesok.com, and from there you'll see the development for the Bend. You'll see the video that we've created. You can access Anchorage Lakeside homes, and you can also access Building Culture, which is Austin Tennell's venture.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks again. And I'll put notes down at the bottom under the video with his, I'll get his email address and links to his website, so we'll keep you informed that way. But thanks again for joining us, frontporchfamily.com. I'm David Cobb. This is Daryl Nieto. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it very much.
All right.